To serve under your chairmanship. Less Survivable Cancers Awareness Week is an important marker in the calendar, but I want to talk about another important marker when it comes to these cancers, important for me and my family anyway, because this year marks 20 years since I was made unavoidably aware of the devastation of esophageal cancer in particular. In May of that year, my father developed the classic symptoms: difficulty swallowing, feeling like food was getting stuck, heartburn, weight loss. He was diagnosed in August and died on the 23rd of December. From becoming symptomatic to losing his life was just 7 months. The rapidity of the decline was overwhelming. Barely had he been diagnosed than he was given a terminal diagnosis. I must admit, though, I wasn't giving my father my full attention during this time. In almost any other circumstances, I would have been a much more dutiful son. But my own focus was elsewhere that year. Because on the 1st of August 2006, my wife Susan also became symptomatic with esophageal cancer. She was diagnosed on the 11th of September and died on the 14th of November. The speed with which I read that sentence reflects the speed with which Sue died. There was barely any chance to understand what was happening, or to seek help, or for the family to manage. Now, that's not unusual with these sorts of diseases. It's the sort of story that thousands of us know. Crucially for my own Southport constituency, it's also a story that disproportionately impacts people from the North West and from North Wales. For my own family, there wasn't any long fight. There was no slow decline. There was only shock, confusion, urgent decisions and death. That's what a less survivable cancer looks like. So can I make a clear ask of the Minister today? I'm asking for a personal commitment and a commitment across government to drive up survival rates for all of these less survivable cancers, and specifically for my personal history and for the geographical distribution that shows that my part of the country has higher levels than elsewhere in the UK, most urgently for esophageal cancer. This could mean things like early diagnosis, recognising that one-size-fits-all doesn't work. It could mean fast-track treatment pathways once suspicion is raised. But I think above all else, it should include serious investment in experimental and pre-symptomatic techniques, finding ways to detect cancers before symptoms even appear. These are difficult cancers to deal with, and I think that's why they need targeted action. I'm here today because 2 people I loved didn't get the help they needed, and so I urge government to help other families avoid that same fate.
Thank you, Slade.